Hi guys, Fortress Forger. Welcome back to the channel. Today I have another unboxing for you. It's going to be a really quick one. Sorry about the lighting if it looks a little bit weird. I'm kind of testing out things. I noticed in one of my other videos that this light is just a little bit too intense and it has shadows on my face. So I'm trying these ones out. I'll have to invest in some proper like studio lighting, but not right now. So yeah, let's just get into it. This is just one sword unboxing. Just received it from auction. Go ahead and put your guess in the comments below before I unbox it what you think it's going to be. Yeah, it's a very unique one. I haven't gotten one like this before. So yeah, I'm not exactly quite sure what it is really. I'm uncertain whether it's a reproduction or like a souvenir type thing, or if it's like an original. I honestly don't know, but yeah, here we go. For the ceiling fan above me. I think that's all in the package. All right, get into it. Here we go. It's a little heavy actually. All right, so guess for the type of sword this is. Length. Oh, by the way, all this you see behind me is all currently for sale on my eBay and Etsy page. I'll go ahead and leave that link in the description. This court suit will be available, but I haven't even started like cataloging and cleaning it and stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But I have an entire set of court dress, which you would have already seen in probably the last video, which will be coming to the shop soon. Yeah. Go ahead and get this open. All right, so yeah, guesses for the type of sword. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it is a small sword. No, I haven't opened it up yet, but you can go ahead and keep guessing what kind of small sword this is. And you'll never guess it because this is very unique. I haven't really seen anything like it. So I'm excited to see what it is. If I can just get it open. It's definitely well packed, for sure. Now I know that you guys want to see some more variety on my channel in terms of like different types of swords and weapons, and I assure you I will get there. I just don't I don't have a ton of money, so the small amount of money that I do get from buying and selling antiques, I tend to buy what I like, and so unfortunately for the time being, because I have such a limited amount of funds, mostly what you're going to be seeing is stuff that I like. I also really do like having a variety in my collections. I'm really seeking a rapier. I don't have one. I've never had a real one, and so having one would be amazing. But I like just having a variety of stuff just to show you guys and to handle and stuff. But I haven't quite built my collection to that yet. And it also just depends on what's coming in at auction and what's affordable. But yeah, I really want a rapier. But rapiers, because they're older than small swords, they tend to be a lot more expensive. So that's another reason why I haven't been able to acquire one yet. But I assure you, I am keeping my eyes out for anything different and cool. Because I like to show you guys different stuff. I like to teach you guys and just kind of share my experience with you, you know, as I discover new weapons and things as well. So there's a little bit sticking out there. It's very dull. They tape this insanely well, and it has 3 different layers, 2 different types of bubble wrap, and like a plastic shopping bag. Sorry, this is probably a very boring unboxing. They'll do a very good job. I don't have a table here in front of me, so I just have to do all this mid-air, so I apologize for the lack of interesting footage. But this one is probably going to be going up on my shop as well. So if you'd like to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description. But yeah, we are almost there on our final layer of bubble wrap. If I can just get it in, then I can get it. All right, we're almost here. Here we are. All right, there is another layer, of course. This one is a plastic bag, but you can already kind of see what it is. So I'm gonna keep going. This is hard without scratching the blade. Come on. Sorry, I should probably put it on the camera. Sorry. It's hard to like hold it. I'm trying to cut it without cutting the blade. There we go, I got it. All right. Okay, let me just cut or take this tag off really quick. There we go. Alrighty, and there's tape on it. Okay. Probably because this is, yeah, okay. All right, yeah. I see it. Okay, so these gems are falling out, so here we have it. This is very bedazzled. Ignore this piece of tape. This is here holding in one of the stones because it came out. So yeah, just ignore that piece of tape. Wow, it's really pretty. It's really pretty. So this is my first time seeing it. Upon inspection, let's see, there is an L Care Paris. So it was made in Paris, so France, which is the origin place of the small sword, by the way, which what this is. That's the only marking really I'm seeing on the blade. Yeah, that's the only one. So this is actually like a real, online I was debating whether this was a real small sword or not. And I think maybe it is. It's really difficult to say because there are totally examples of small swords that are highly decorative like this and bejeweled like a lot. There was one I was watching recently that I was not going to bid on this because it was super not overpriced but really expensive, not even close to my league. But there was a small sword that was bedazzled with real diamonds and real gold, and it was amazing. If I can find a picture of it, I'll leave it right up here, but it was like no small sword I've ever seen before. But I looked at it just because it was like, it's like a piece of art, but there were small swords because small swords weren't necessarily used. It was more of like a fashion accessory for gentlemen. They weren't always going to be used. They could be because the points were sharpened for dueling exclusively. That's why the edges were never sharp on small swords unless they were. Different topic covered by other people on YouTube, but I'll probably end up covering it someday. But yeah, there are examples of super decorative small swords like this one, and there are quite a bit of French ones that have this exact same like gold I don't know, chiseled work on it, but without the gems. These are probably paste stones. It was kind of like a paste where you applied it, and it was shaped to look like a gem. It also has some turquoise in there, so super cool. Yeah, I'm just looking at this for the first. I'm seeing it for the first time, same as you. So yeah, pretty cool. It's really small. The handle is really small. This is I have really big hands, but this handle is extremely small. No, it is not comfortable, and I'm afraid to break off any more stones. So yeah, obviously my hand is larger than this, but it could have been made for a child or a young man. I just actually sold a cut steel small sword that was most likely made for a young man or a smaller gentleman. And children actually used to wear small swords when they were, going to court and stuff like that, because they used to dress up just same as adults. So yeah, I don't know if this is like a souvenir made in France. It certainly feels like it's a little bit heavy for a small sword, but antiques vary in weights. So yeah, right size, and the blade is, it's a perfect replication of a small sword blade. If it is a replica, more modern thing, I wouldn't date this any later than like the 50s or 70s, 1950s, 1970s, just because like the age that it's acquired already. I don't really see these made nowadays. So yeah, I want to say that it's probably at least 50 or so years old, at least, but probably even older, because the only question is this an authentic original small sword from the 1700s or what's about, or is this like a reproduction, basically modern make? I don't know. I'll try to look into it see if I can find any previous examples. But yeah, here we go. I just wanted to show you guys this really unique sword before I go ahead and list it on my site. I'm gonna do some light cleaning up and probably see if I can reaffix these gems. I might have lost one on the floor. I'll double check, but because there was one missing. But yeah, pretty cool. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, everything you see behind me, including this very soon, will be for sale on my eBay and Etsy pages. Link in description. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned. Bye guys.